What is the number one reason people get called back to a house for a satisfaction guarantee because the customer is not satisfied? That is a great question. We're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by housecleaning360.com, which is a referral hub that partners house cleaners with homeowners. So if you need a house cleaner, you can find one on housecleaning360.com. You can also find professional organizers and people to help you with spring cleaning and home decorating for the holidays and putting away your decorations for the holidays. And you can also find people that can help you with household tasks like plumbers and electricians and heating and air conditioning. Even if you run an Airbnb or a VRBO, you are going to find somebody who can be a service partner for your home on housecleaning360.com. So check it out. There are people that are waiting to serve you. Okay, on to today's session, which is from a house cleaner who wrote in and wanted to know, as they're getting started in the business, what is the number one reason that people get called back to a home for a do-over? And that's when you have to activate your satisfaction guarantee because the customer is not satisfied. Now, this might come as a surprise, but the reason, the biggest number one reason in all of my years' experience and all of the house cleaners that I've trained and spoken with, here's the number one reason. It's finding hair. And you're like, what? Finding hair? Yes, it's finding hair. I don't know why that's so gross, because everyone has hair and everyone sheds hair. So it should not be so gross, but when your house is supposed to be clean and you close the bathroom door and there's hair on the floor, you feel somehow that your bathroom has not been clean. So here's what happens. Every person, and this is according to the American Academy of Dermatology, every person loses between 50 to 100 hairs per day, right? So everybody's going to shed hair. Your hair is always in a period of either growth or resting, and there's about 90% growth on your head at any time, and there's about 10% of your hair that's resting, and then it breaks off and it sheds and it falls on the floor. So if you go to a customer's house and you're working and you're hot and you're sweaty and you're moving around and you're cleaning and you're doing all this stuff, it is possible that one of your 50 to 100 hairs that you're going to lose that day is going to come out at your customer's house. I know it's shocking and there's no way we can control when those hairs fall out. It would be lovely to say, please, hair, only fall out at my house and not at my customer's house, right? That would be awesome. But there are precautions you can take. Now, knowing that this is the number one reason, doesn't it make sense to make a preventative rule right up front that says our cleaners that are going to go into customers' houses will always have their hair pulled back and gelled down so they don't lose their hair at a customer's house? Because most bathrooms, believe it or not, are not carpeted. Thank goodness they're not carpeted, because there's a lot of gunk that happens on bathroom floors. All right, the floors are hardwood or they're made of tile or some kind of a vinyl flooring, typically. And so what happens when a hair falls down, it just kind of dances around because it's a soft surface. So it's very easy to see hairs on bathroom floors, only for the fact that people comb their hair in the bathroom. So it could be their hair, right? It could be the customer's hair that's on the floor. So you comb your hair and some hair breaks and it falls onto the floor. The hair dances around the floor and there it is for everyone to see. And a lot of times it will glob up and it will be like a magnet and it will magnetize with other hairs. And now you've got globs of hair. And so sometimes when you take a shower, you'll find, like, as you run your hair through the shampoo, that you'll have handfuls of hair and you think, oh my goodness, I'm going bald. No, you're not going bald. You just are losing a bunch of hair. And if you tidy your hair during the day, when you wash your hair, it's common for you to have a handful of hair because you did just lose most of your hair right there because it was pinned up the rest of the day. Now, for the pinning up of your hair, we recommend this for male and female workers who have hair that's longer than about this tall. So if your hair is longer than this tall, here's what we recommend. When you get out of the shower in the morning, because we do recommend and require all of our cleaners to take a shower first thing in the morning. It's a personal hygiene issue that's part of your company brand. When your hair is wet, there are leave-in conditioners. You just put a dollop of leave-in conditioner in your hand and you run it through your hair. And then you pull your hair back and you put a clip on it and maybe some pins. Now, I've had the exact same hair for 25 years, maybe 30 years now, and every time I clean houses, this is the hair, okay? This is what it looks like, and I'm going to spin around so you can see the back of it, right? So there's a clip in the back of my hair. Now I have 4 pins that I use in my hair, always the same 4 pins. Well, there might be different pins, but I always use 4 pins to pin up what we know as wisps. So here it is. There's one right here in the front of my hair. There's one in the back behind my ear where other wisps will grow, like the hair grows out and now there are wisps. We don't want wisps, right? There's one behind the other ear. There's the third one. And there's one right at the base of my neck where wisps come behind my neck. So that's my 4 pins right there. Here's my clip, right? It's just a claw clip that clips my hair in place. Now, here's the cool part about what happens. All right, so I have hair. I have hair that's not always pinned up. Now, the reason I take it down is this. If I show up to a customer's house and this is my hair, what are the odds that I'm going to lose some of this hair at the customer's house? So there I am cleaning and I'm doing my thing. I'm going to be losing some hair, and it's going to be long and it's going to be black, and they're going to come in and they're going to shriek and go, ah, there's some hair, right? It's not scary. Everybody has hair and everybody loses hair. So that's not unusual. But when you lose your hair at a customer's house, now you need to have rules and regulations in place because you're going to lose money. It's a losing money deal when you have to pay employees to go back to the customer's house so that they can clean up the hair that you dropped. So we want to make sure we get all the customers' hair, but we want to make sure that as a house cleaner, you do not leave any hair behind. So if you have a policy in your company where you pull your hair back every day and you make it part of your system, that becomes part of your brand. Because when your customers see you, and mine is very specific, when I'm in my clothes and my hair is pulled up, I'm working. And when my hair is down, and I mean, literally, I would go put on a different color shirt. People are like, oh, there's Angela, and she's not working. And they know which version of me to talk to. That sounds a little neurotic, but here's the rule. When I'm talking, I'm not working. So I'm very specific about this is my work time. Please respect my work time. When the hair comes down and I change clothes, now I'm just Angela and we can hang out. So have some very specific firm rules in place, have some specific branding rules in place, and have it include your hair, because something as simple as a hair clip could make all the difference in whether or not you have to send somebody back and pay them all over again to go back and clean up a couple of hairs that were found behind the bathroom door. Alrighty, that's my 2 cents for today. Until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.